welcome to Audience with Niramas. I'm Joseph and I'm here today with Rakholt, of course. And I have my computer up as well. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to talk about the top 10 games that I anticipate that is coming from Essen Spiel in just a few weeks here in Essen, Germany. Now we're going there, me and Draco, some other guys. We're going to have a lot of fun, I think. We're going to, besides all the games, right, we're also going to do some interviews, some filming of demos of games, and meeting a lot of people, publishers, designers, all that. It's just going to be amazing, I think. So I took my computer with me this time because it's a bit tricky to memorize this. A lot of these games that I'm going to talk about, I don't know that much about them. It's basically what I'm looking at here. I can't show you from practical reasons, but what I'm looking at is basically the Board Game Geek, the preview for Essen Spiel, and I'm going to put a link to it down here in the description so you can check it out yourself. Of course, you can. It's really good. You can put, like, if you're interested in the game, if you have a must-have, or if you're not interested, you can sort this out, because I think it's up to, I think it's like 1,000 games, or it's not just games, it's like expansions and demos and all that stuff. But there's a lot of games being released, and so let's start with my number 10 on the list. So my number 10 game that I look forward to in Essen Spiel, being released soon here, is the Ultimate Werewolf Legacy. Now I haven't played that much Werewolf, to be honest. I played it a few times. I played One Night Ultimate Werewolf a bunch of times, and I like Resistance and Secret Hitler and all those types of games as well. I like that stuff. So Legacy, this just sounds really cool. Basically what it says here is that it's going to be sort of, you have the villagers, some people are werewolves, and you're trying to find out who is who, and you're trying to kill off the werewolves. And what it says is basically that you're going to carry over some stuff, like the villagers. I guess you can get better, get new abilities and improvements from game to game. You have this campaign book, from what I understand, and you can sort of improve as you keep playing from time to time, and just sounds interesting. I like legacy games. I like the concept of the game evolving as you play it. So Ultimate Werewolf Legacy, why not? Interesting. It's for sale, 50 euros, and sadly I don't know that much more about it. Well, I should also say it's in you can check all this on Board Game Geek, of course, but it's in 1G139. Bessier Games is the publisher, and it's designed by Ted Olspak and Rob Davio, and that's an interesting combo, of course. So yeah, it sounds interesting. It might go well for me, and I might like it. I might not. I don't know. It's interesting. Ultimate Werewolf Legacy. That's my number 10. So my number 9 is a game that I've seen some people, I think in the US, already been playing. So maybe it was released at Gen Con, I'm not sure. But anyhow, it is going to be released at Essen Spiel for Europe, and it's called Welcome To. And it's not a roll and write, but it's sort of you draw a card, from what I understand, and you write depending on what. So basically you use a pen, you write, and you sort of create your own connections, and people do different connections, of course. It doesn't say that much about the game. It just says that it plays like a roll and write dice game, but instead you flip cards from the 3 piles to make 3 different action sets with, and then you can choose from those. I like roll and writes. I haven't played that many, but I like the idea. This is from Blue Cocker Games, releasing it at 4D119 over there. It's 22 euros, and yeah, I'm definitely going to pick up Welcome To. It looks, it sounds like a cool game, and it's been a lot of talk about this around the community. So that's my number 9. And my number 8 is called Blue Lagoon. This is coming from Blue Orange Games, which also gave us King Domino and Queen Domino, Photosynthesis, and a bunch more, of course. Really cool stuff. I think this looks amazing from the pictures I've seen online. This is designed by Rainer Knizia, so sounds good to me. It's an abstract strategy game, which usually I don't really like abstract strategy that much, but we'll see. It's a area controlled set collection game. It says where you spread your settlers out, and the thing that got me really interested here is that it says that it's played over 2 phases, and in the first phase you spread your settlements sort of, and then in the second phase you build out of how you spread in the first. So it sounds like a cool, interesting mechanics there in the game. And this is in 3M107. If you want to pick it up, it's 30 euros. But of course you can check it out online as well. I have the link down there in the preview. And when you go to the preview, you can just search for all the games that is in the search box, so you don't have to scroll. So that is my number 8, Blue Lagoon. And my number 7 is called Carpe Diem. And this is designed by Stefan Feld. That's of course what got my attention right away. Published by Alea, and 40 euros. And it doesn't say here where it is in the messe, but doesn't say much about it at all, to be honest. But like 2 to 4 players, 60 minutes playtime, and card drafting, tile placement, and you're supposed to get a lot of points. I mean, no surprise there, right? So yeah, why not? Got a good rating so far. I don't think it can't be that many people that rated it so far. I'm not sure. Some of these games are released already, but like in the US. Well, there's a bunch of pictures and so on. Yeah, 136 ratings. So yeah. But it looks interesting, and I mean, I want to try it out. If it's designed by Feld, you know, I love that designer, so I'll check it out. So that's my number 7, Carpe Diem. And my number 6 is called The River. The River is coming from Days of Wonder. Looks nice, as is usually the case when it comes from them. And this one is like a tile placement exploration game somehow. 40 euros in location 3B107. The only thing I might be a bit scaring me away with this one is that it's from age 8+, so it might be too lightweight for me, 30 to 45 minutes playtime. But it sounds fun, like it's like a fast-playing tiling game. I'm starting to think right away about 4 Gods, which was kind of a fun game that came out, I think, 2 years ago. I'm not sure if it's any similar in that regard, but The River is basically, I mean, if you Days of Wonder releases a really colorful new game, I'm going to check it out. That's how it works. So that is my number 6, The River. And so my number 5, and once again it's a lot about the designer. This is from Uwe Rosenberg. It's called Rakholt, and this is a worker placement racing game. For 50 euros you can find it at 1C147, and it's in Iceland. It's a racing game where you grow tomatoes and carrots on Iceland. It just sounds interesting. I guess it's about like growing your stuff, doing your stuff, worker placement stuff as fast as possible to be the one to reach a certain goal, and then you win. So I guess it's racing in that kind of sentence. But Rakholt looks really nice. I really like the artwork on this one. It's from Renegade Game Studios in English, and yeah, Uwe Rosenberg. I'm gonna check it out. So that is my number 5, Rakholt. And my number 4 is a game called Solar City, or Solar City. And this is area enclosure, tile placement, city building, economic, but in 30 to 45 minutes. Yeah, 45 euros, and it comes from Games Factory. I mean, I like science fiction in all, you know, and this sort of Euro style science fiction. I mean, when I look at these pictures and so on, I instantly get the connection to Anachrony, of course. Really nice artwork and all that, and it's interesting with the tile laying game. From what I understand, you build skyscrapers, and yeah, I mean, it's an economic game, engine building, I guess, in some way, but I don't know too much about it. It's just it just looks nice and it sounds interesting. So that is Solar City. It doesn't say which booth it's going to be in, sadly, but yeah, that's Solar City, my number 4. So my number 3, and there's a lot of tile placement, it seems. This is another one from Stefan Feld, and this looks more interesting than the other one. This is Forum Trianum. Of course, I come to think about Trajan that he did a few years ago that I really enjoyed. I don't know if there's any connection more than the theme, but this is a tile placement, variable player powers, something I really like. City building, I like that as well. Territory building, yeah. 50 euros in Stronghold. It's Stronghold Games, actually, the publisher, and Hush. So Stronghold Games, you can pick it up at 30111. That's a booth I'm going to visit for sure. Anyhow, I mean, Stronghold Games, but yeah, it doesn't say much about it. Not much text at all. You're going to, you know, work for the emperor and build the Roman Empire, and you're going to score points, I guess. Build a colony for Trajan. Yeah, Emperor Trajan. But it's Stefan Feld, guys, and you're laying tiles, and you have variable player powers. Count me in. I want to try it. I want to get it. So, Forum Trianum is my number 3. Sounds cool. And my number 2 is a game that I've already seen some gameplay of on YouTube and so on. It's called Teotihuacan, City of Gods. Hard to pronounce there, but it's like the follow-up to Solkin, which is a really cool worker placement game. And Teotihuacan seems to have, from what I've seen, a really nice rondel system where you move your workers sort of around in a rondel. You do different actions depending on if someone is already there at the action that you want to take. It's going to change up how it works. You're going to have to pay them and so on. You can go check out Rado's run through of this if you haven't seen it. That was really good. And this is something that I think that was released at Gen Con as well. So it's in some way a bit boring to have like this high up on my Essen Spiel list. But I must say though that, I mean, there's a bunch of games being released, but the hype hasn't really been there from what I've seen for that many games. It's just a few. I mean, this one is on everybody's list. So yeah, it's interesting. It's 45 euros. It's NSKN Games, location 1G124, and area movement, point-to-point movement, ancient. Yeah. 1 to 4 players. I probably will do a solo video of this one as well. That's interesting. And of course the designers there, Daniele Tassini and David Turci, from games that we loved before. So check this one out. Teotihuacan, City of Gods. That's my number 2. And my number 1 anticipated game from Essen Spiel 2018 is Cobra. Cobra is a Euro game, card drafting, dice rolling, and so on. Comes from Pegasus Spiel. Yeah, I mean, this one I did see also on YouTube. I see some videos of it. People got it early, of course, and well, it has card drafting. You're trying to sort of you draft dice, and then the dice determine in which order you're going to be able to draft cards. And the cards give you special powers and benefits that help you out to climb on different tech tracks, basically. And those tech tracks give you different income. So it's a lot of the, for me, classical Euro mechanics that I enjoy, and it looks nice. It's one of these examples just showing that a economic sort of style, Euro mid-heavy style, doesn't have to look boring. It doesn't have to look like someone made it at home. So this is really interesting. I think this might be, from what I've seen of it, this might be one that really gets into my top lists and so on. If I like it that much, that I think I will. So Cobra is my #1 anticipated game from Essen Spiel, and we're going there in just a few weeks. It's going to be exciting. I know that Draco is excited as well. Meet all those people, see all those cool games and so on. And if you're going to Essen Spiel, well, first of all, tell me in the comment section, what do you think of the list? Is there anything I missed? Can you give me some tips on games that you think that I would like, that should be in there? And also, what are your most anticipated games from Essen Spiel? And also, if you're going there and you see us, just don't hesitate to just say hi. That's always fun. Come up and say hi. Now there's going to be a lot of people, of course, so it's not that probable that we're going to meet each other just by chance, but you never know. So that will be fun, and I hope that, I hope that we will have fun down there. I'm sure that we will. I'm just a bit afraid that I'm going to be totally exhausted. So Draco, you're going to have to be carrying me around, I guess. You're a dragon, you should handle that. So, okay. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening or morning, or whenever you're watching this. Take care. Bye-bye.
Be like Draco. Follow Board Games with Niramas on Facebook at BGW Niramas. Board Games with Niramas is sponsored by Alara Games in Sweden.